Yeah, welcome. Dude, okay, so ask me that question again. That was a really good question.
Well, I just think like, okay, so when it comes to like the whole inventory thing, bro, because I think like any artist is gonna make multiple paintings. If you make paintings slow or if you make paintings fast, you're gonna make paintings, and eventually you're gonna rack them up, right? So like, I'm the kind of person where like when I get a lot of inventory, I might have an idea of like I'm trying to sell this painting for X amount of dollars, and then the inventory racks up, and I'm like, well, what can I do with these paintings? Because they're just sitting here now. I want to make more paintings, but I have paintings that are racking up. Where are you on that? Like, are you looking to sell for a certain amount? Are you making them just because you make them? Does inventory not bother you, or are you like, oh, I've racked up 50 paintings. Now they're $200 a piece. I got to move them to like whatever.
That is a great question. It is crazy multi-tiered. Like that's a multi-level question. Also, that bird is like mating season, dude. It's like like somebody's gonna have to comment on what bird that is. My daughter's like, she's going nuts now too, because you can hear it inside the house, dude. It'll be anytime. Anyway, all right. Okay. The inventory thing for me doesn't bother me because I don't have a strong business foundation for my quote unquote art career.
I see.
So like
I see.
so like I have one gallery that I kind of like work with. And then I've like exhibited in other galleries. I've done consultation with some art advisors, but I don't personally work with them, or is my art career, so to speak, if that's what you want to call it. It's not being cultivated, it's not being fostered, it's not being progressed by any outside help. So like I'm just painting
Got it.
as a dude who just loves to paint. And I've also capitalized on some opportunities in time.
Got it.
So like if I had multiple galleries represented by a couple or was kind of doing collections for certain galleries or whatever, I would think that I would like, yeah, some of the inventory would be specific to the gallery or
Right.
specific to the represented gallery.
Sure.
And then some individual pieces might be my own private sales. But like, again, I don't know. I don't have context for like a crazy deep art career.
I'm interested though because look, man, your paintings, you could sell a lot of. You could sell every single one of these paintings. You could sell every single one of these paintings at the price you want to sell them. And I think it's like I do agree because I think it has a lot to do with like just like a business foundation, right? And like and also like what your goals are in terms of like, so I just do you want, like, are you wanting to sell do you want to sell all these paintings? Do you want to make a painting and sell it, or like what is your vision? Because I think like we all have different goals. So like your vision might be to be like, I just want to have museum quality work. I'm not here to sell. Or like, are you like, no, let's turn over these paintings and like make money and do shows and like have fun. Like I'm not sure.
Yeah, right now, the answer is like counterintuitive to probably what everybody else is going to tell you or me or anybody.
Okay.
But like, I don't have a vision and I don't have any goals and I do not care because I have gotten, and this is like a little faith conversation, but I have everything I've tried to plan, I've tried to do, I've tried to manifest, I've tried to architect, just implodes and nothing cool happens. It's kind of like God's just like, dude,
I know
you need to stop because like you can't create the cool things I can, but you keep getting in the way because you think you can architect everything and have it happen.
Yes.
So I've had some major struggles.
Okay. Yes.
And so I'm like, all right. So it's just a long running like wrestling with God where I'm just like, fine, dude, have it your way. I don't want no goals. I don't want no plans.
Yes.
blow me away then, sir.
Okay.
If you, like, not trying to test them, but like I
Yeah.
kind of am where I'm like, all right, you blow people's minds. You perform miracles. I've tried to perform my own, and I don't do very
not
good.
gonna work, right,
Maybe
right.
you can help me out.
Right.
I don't know.
Yeah, well, okay. I love this. I love this too because that's the thing. That's the hardest part, right? Is like I think being in a position where you know you can make stuff. You know you make beautiful things, right? And you can come up with a master plan, right? But like, if God doesn't want it to happen, it's not gonna happen. And if God wants it to happen, it could happen with one stroke.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to be anything. You know what I mean? So, and I think yes, I like that answer because that kind of grounds me because I get off into the weeds and I get out in these places sometimes. But I have to remember too, like, you know, I'm not in control of this, and I think I get back. I have to be brought back to my point of surrender, right? And that my point of surrender was that like, hey, your life is not under your control. So all these other things aren't either. Like if you are gonna give it over to me, you give it over to me. So that's a good answer, and that's always gonna get you to where you need to go. But it's hard because you just have to be patient and paint. You just have to make paintings and just
It's trust
not
on
expect
another
anything.
level.
Yeah.
It's like next level trust.
Like I'm not expecting anything, and I'm trusting that like this is what I'm supposed to be doing. And other thing too, that really kind of gets me is like I always say, and maybe I said this to you before, but I would say like, you know, when it comes to making these paintings, you know, you could have like a plan or a color scheme, and like that's important. But like at the end of the day, going back and trying to make a painting that you think somebody's gonna like or buy or people are gonna go wow about is like not really. It can be a goal, but what I'm trying to say is that like because you can make stuff and because you do make stuff, and because like the Lord is with you. The Lord made you and you make this and the Lord is perfect, so therefore this is perfect. You know what I mean? Like there's like a like and I hope I'm saying that the right way. I hope I'm tying it together the right way, but like there's like a perfection in just doing it and letting it be like this is just like I'm not even gonna try. This is just like what the Lord gave me, and I'm doing it because this is actually like one of my friends told me this too. Like it's like a form of worship, right? Mm-hmm. Like you worship the Lord when you paint and you just honor the talent that He gave you and like the mind that He gave you to make stuff, you know. And like I struggle with that a lot because I get to a place where I start seeing stuff too much, and I'm like, oh, that's popping. Maybe I should try to do that, and then that may overtake me for a while until I realize like you're trying too hard. This is not you, and you just need to do it because wherever the Lord wants to take it and take you, He's going to take it. So just make the painting. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if it's perfect or not. Just do it. You use the wrong color, so what? The line's not straight, so what? Just do it. Put it out.
Yeah.
And just keep them going, and just that kind of thing, you know. Like I think I lose it.
It's easy to.
I lose it.
I learned a lot of these lessons in my graffiti career, like my past graffiti career. Like a lot of these lessons, things you're saying, I'm like, I have so many memories of like different circumstances where I like tied different pieces that I painted to an experience or a learning lesson.
Okay.
So like, man, I've had that. I've had times when I painted a piece and I was like, this is gonna hit. This is the dopest piece I've ever painted. Yeah, this is so sick. I can't wait to post it.
Yeah.
And it like falls flat. And
like,
nobody cares.
Anybody
like,
there?
I thought this was the sickest piece I ever painted.
It's like, anybody care about this? Is
like,
this cool? Or?
And then like, not even a year later, like I'm just like with some friends at like some crummy like wall spot or something. I just paint a piece and I'm like, yeah, whatever. I wasn't feeling it. I was just lazy and I'm just like, I don't know, whatever. And then like you put it out, and it's just like, oh, dude. And then
Crazy.
for the next year or two, people are like, bro, that one piece, it was so fire. And it's like,
You're like, I was just doing whatever.
I didn't even like that
Yeah,
one. And it's so confusing,
Yes.
but you're just like, you know what, man? Like,
Yeah.
whatever.
Yeah.
Like, and so you just kind of just keep painting. And
Yeah.
I think I've had that in my past graffiti career. I have yet to have a lot of those lessons in the art phase of my journey. And so like I'm showing up and I'm learning those.
Right.
So like right now, I mean, you can only see what's out in front, but if you dig through there or you go through like past archives of my work, this is a significantly different visual look, composition, style than I've painted at all.
Yeah. I want to go through it. Maybe not at this moment,
Yeah.
but I do want to go through it tonight. But do you say that because it's I'm gonna ask the question before I see it because I just want to hear. But like, is this simpler? Is this like simpler work, or is it like in what way is it different?
So I started so for the first, I don't know, transitioning into art from graffiti 2014 to 2018, 19. I was still bringing a lot of graffiti inspired stuff into it. So like I was taking typography, straight letters, stuff like that, fonts, typefaces, and I was fragmenting them and distorting them.
Okay.
To come up with like graffiti styled compositions, but it was very legible. And so I took that and I kept just evolving it. But like I went through this experience in the last couple of years, kind of like a midlife crisis sort of experience. And God was kind of like, you need to step away from art. And so this whole last year, I took like a year or more off of just painting. Just completely, I was like, I need to step away. I need to just not do this. God was like, you need time out, dude.
Right.
And so I explored life, like summer of leisure, just kicking back. Like I golfed. I hung out with some people in here. We just had conversations.
Yeah.
Just my family and stuff like that. And then like coming up onto the new year in January, I definitely got the major impression and the leading and the urge. And God was like, it's time.
What was it though? What was it that you felt? You know what I mean? Like, was it just like people were talking and you heard something, or you just started getting ideas, or what was it?
No, it was actually, so a lot of times the way God just shows me something is like with straight letters, right? Like type letters. Like I will, like, if he's trying to heavy impress me and catch my attention, it'll just be like, boom, these letters in the screen of my mind, but I could see it with my eyes open.
See them in
and
your
it'll
head.
just be like, boom, and it'll say something, and I'm like, a holographic screen or something.
Oh man.
And I'm just like, whoa, and that's when he's trying to really get me. But this was one of those weird ones where like, I kind of heard the soft audible. It was like, and I think I might have been in here or something, but it was like, it's time. And I just felt the feeling of like, oh, okay. And it kind of was like emotional too, because I was like,
oh man,
I didn't want to give it up, I didn't
Right.
like when you got a rhythm, when you're working for so long, you like you're grinding, you got momentum.
Right.
Like I've had like 6 straight years of just
Cranking.
this, and then in 24 I had 3 shows. Like it was crazy. There was just a lot of momentum, and then to like screech to a halt was like letting go was hard. And so like coming back, it was like he was a soft audible kind of like, it's time. It's okay. It's time kind of thing.
Are you praying in here?
Oh man, I've done a lot of crazy stuff, dude. Yeah.
Yeah.
This has been all over. I mean, I've had like worship on, and I'm just like bouncing around the room, like just hyped, all the way to the other end of the spectrum where I sat in the dark at night, just bawling and crying, and like, I'll rip these up, I'll tear it. Like, I mean, just
It's in here, yeah. For
you know what I mean? I've gone both ends of the spectrum.
Yeah. Yeah. We got some similar. I've been there. You know what I mean? I've been there.
It's just, you're like, I think all artists are very sensitive
Absolutely.
emotionally.
Yes.
That's what makes us really good.
Right.
But that's also a burden at times in certain areas.
Yeah.
It's kind of challenging.
Because the sensitivity is clouding your logical judgment of what reality is, you know?
Or the veil around your heart gets pierced quick. So like things can get to you quicker, or things can nudge you, things can distract you.
That's true, yeah.
Like there's all sorts of things. I mean, this can just go crazy deep after a while, but you know what I mean? Like it's yeah.
So you're the kind of person that you see it in your head. You could see it. You could see it before you make it. Like generally, right?
Oh yeah.
Or are you making it exactly how you see it in your head, or just like you know like what direction you want to go because you can see it?
So with my previous style, I call it typographic abstraction. So it's
Okay.
like typography that is manipulated into abstract
like it.
compositions.
I like it.
So that was like, I mean, I could still paint it, whatever, but that one's very like design driven. So like I'll sit down with an iPad.
It's rigid, right?
And then like intuitively I can manipulate the letter forms just because I've got so many years of experience. Like
Yeah.
I would sit there and put them into compositions and then put in like different like coloring aesthetics and like different things. And then I would get it to a point where I was like, okay, this is it. And then I would bring it out here and I would just go through layer, and duplicate it like identical.
Are you using stencils, or are you just going?
Blue tape.
Oh, got it. Okay, cool.
I mean, I've done a lot of things. I've done like die cut kind of like vinyl
Right.
sheets, like full vinyl sheets where I'll like put it on the wall, trace it, cut out the vinyl
out.
sheet, and then slap that over.
That's cool.
But after a while, I just found the easiest thing for me to do was just run layers of blue tape and then just Sharpie the letters and then just chisel that out and spray. And
Oh,
then
that's
rip.
cool. Yes, it's quicker.
I mean, it takes a while to apply. It definitely takes a while to chisel it out.
Right.
But it gave a cool effect. So it was like clean, and then there was blowouts, like imperfections and blowouts that I really enjoyed.
Yes.
So that was cool, but very design driven, very rigid production process, very structured, and very repeatable.
Bro, you are. We have a lot of similarities, man. But I think I'm like it just in terms of like process, right? Like digital to, I like to call it painting kind of analog, like digital to analog. You know what I mean? Like designing to canvas, you know, designing digital to then transference to canvas. Or I know that you're already just doing, you're doing by hand too, aren't you?
Yeah, so this whole like abstract collection here, those two paintings over there out front, this one right here, like I would practice on the iPad. Like I would come up with different like compositions, kind of like graffiti. I used to do sketches of like different letter forms, but I come in here and I don't repeat it on the iPad. I don't even bring the iPad. Like this is all just flow.
Flow, right.
So this is all just flow work.
I love it, yeah.
So like I'm trying to go with more of the intuitive emotional thing right now
Yeah.
instead of like the composition design thing, because I'm like in this growth phase, this exploration growth phase as an
Right.
artist, and it's really uncomfortable, but like,
Because you can make flops.
what do you mean flops?
Like, well,
What do you mean?
okay, yeah.
This might be LA slang. Like,
Well,
it
no,
could be
well,
my
okay.
age, too.
What I'm saying. Well, I guess I'm thinking of it two ways. It can't flop. A flop being like, oh, I don't like this painting. This painting's not good to me, right? So like, maybe you feel that way, maybe you don't. But what I'm saying is like, in the design process, you are controlling everything. You're controlling the colors, you're controlling the shape, you're designing it on an iPad, and you're controlling it to the point where by the time you're done, it's just an execution, right? You like it. You've gone through color schemes, you've gone through flow, you've been able to say, oh, I came up with 5 color schemes, but I picked this one because I like this one the best out of all 5. So like, you got something that you know you feel is gonna work, right?
Yeah.
But in a flow state, you're just kind of like left to like what you have around you, right? And like whatever you do. So like in that moment, you could do something, you could make a painting, and like depending on if you want to keep pushing it or not, you could just be like, dang, I just had a painting session and this one is just like, maybe it's just not for me, but I'm not feeling it.
Oh, yeah.
I get there sometimes where I'm like, dang, this is tough because like I wanted to make something that I love today. I spent X amount of hours painting and I don't love this painting, but what can I do? I got to just go to sleep and try again tomorrow.
Yeah.
So is that what you mean by uncomfortable?
Yeah, well, I mean, no, but like, I'm all good with that. Like, I'm all good with it. Like,
yeah.
Like, dude, a blowout is like just whatever, but I guess this is where maybe some of my maturity of experience comes from, where I'm like, I know that there was something in the session, or maybe something I could. It's twofold. It's like I did something, even if I didn't like the totality of the painting I did, or I don't like all of it, there was something that I did do that I liked, where I was like, yo, I liked this kind of thing. I'm going to repeat that later. Like, I'm just going to take that puzzle piece out of here. I'll execute that later. Or I know that it's just maybe the day. Like, my perspective on one day is totally different. I'll walk in here 3 days a week after something, and I'll look at a painting and I'll be like, yo, I like that.
Kind of fire.
I did not like that.
Didn't
I was
see it,
gonna paint over it,
Yeah.
or vice versa, where I was like, yo,
Right.
I'm feeling this, and then like 2 weeks later, I'm like, nah, I'm just rolling over it. I'm just like, this sucks.
Oh, that's funny.
So I mean, it's like you see it different on
Yeah.
different days
Yeah, that's interesting.
because you change day to day
Yeah.
as a
yeah.
person. So like, but yeah, there's like that guy right there.
Yeah.
I got to that point, and I was like, I don't know how to unlock it next. Like before you got here, I did about 4 or 5 different like chunked out flow lines in this like deep black purple, and I just kept washing it off with water. Like, dude, I did like 5 or 6, and I'm just like, that's all right. This is not the day. Like, and so it's just gonna sit there
Yeah, until it comes.
or until like, or you know, I might cheat. I might just take a photo of it, throw it in the iPad, and then do a couple things.
Yeah.
Lately, I've just been taking chalk sticks, and I'll just chalk a couple lines over it, and I'll be like, huh, okay. And then like, because chalk's easy. I just get a little rag, and I just wipe off the chalk, and then I can just chalk it again, and I'm like, okay, that's kind of cool. And then I sit with it. So it's super intuitive, and again, I'm comfortable with that. I'm comfortable with it from all of the graffiti experience. Like,
Right.
I've got so many years of that I just trust and know certain things, and I'm not afraid to like, I'm very comfortable getting very far, building something, and then having a lot of trust that I'm just going to complete it or move out of it, or like the product's going to be good.
Right. Yeah, that's cool. I think, but I think that's a testament to just doing it, right? Like when you have so many reps, I mean, at the end of the day, it's just got to be, I simplify things in my mind, you know? So like in a very, like painting and making paintings can be like described in a really complex, deeply spiritual and deeply emotional way. But then sometimes for me, I just have to be like, it's just a painting, you know? And sometimes paintings just don't make it.
Yeah.
Sometimes they just don't make it, you know?
Yeah.
And sometimes, and I think that's what I'm learning right now too, is like, maybe all paintings do make it. You just have to let them live long enough. You know what I mean?
Possibly, yeah. And like, again, there's seasons. There's seasons to things that teach you about other things. Or there's like backwards seasons where like you're walking backwards for a while and you're just like, yo.
What do you mean by that?
Well, the simplest one, and I've told this story many times before. So I started doing graffiti when I was like 13, right? Like this is 1997. I started kicking it with other friends, like built up a crew. Like we started all through high school. We were just like growing, developing. 4 or 5 years just like excelling. And then I went in the military for a short period of time. Life fell apart. I was on drugs. Took a couple years of hiatus, right?
Got it.
And then I came back to it in about 2005,
Okay.
going into '06, right? So like probably about 2.5 years of like a hiatus, not really doing anything. My friends got really good, like really, really good, because we got older. They started like traveling, painting, doing stuff. And I was like whack still. I was just like, oh man, I was so
They're so
rusty.
much
I was
better
so
than me.
whack. They were
Oh,
they were
man.
like they were already better than me. Like, and I was like just lagging behind trying to get good. Like they would open up the book, it would be full 2-color page like spreads, and then I'd just have like a ballpoint pen and like I was like, dude, it's but like that really, because I was like, man, I was passionate about graffiti. I've always
Yes.
been, and so I was like, man, my heart's in this, and it got really painful like as I kept going.
Ah.
And so from like '06, 2006 into 2007, I was trying to pick up the pieces, and I was like, why can't I get this figured out? Like, why can't I just do some decent graffiti, whatever? And I ended up meeting this guy who painted a lot of rail cars, because I was living over in Spokane, and I was painting rail cars at this one spot, and they were going to his yard, and he was going, oh, okay, I'm starting to notice this guy, whatever. And then this is MySpace days. He found me, I found him. Oh, cool. Oh, and so like he's looking at, oh yeah, cool, whatever, man, right on. You're a cool guy, and he's just doing intel, And then eventually, like, I moved back over here in 2007, and I link up with the guy. He was known for doing like straight letter typography fonts on rail cars, like super legible, super clean. And it was like, dang, that's sick. It was like, you can't paint graffiti to save your life. You can't actually manipulate letters, but like you could paint straight letters on a car, and it's clean and sick.
See, got it.
But anybody that went to paint with him, he wasn't gonna do like wild style graffiti. He was gonna do straight letters, and you had to match him. So you had to like, they would match up a font so it was like cohesive on a rail car. And I sat down to like, I brought up on the computer some straight letter fonts. I sat down to sketch out these straight letter fonts, and like I could not do it. And I was like, and it was tripping me out, dude. I spent a couple nights, and I'm like, bro, I can't even get these straight letter fonts right. I can't actually like replicate them just looking at them.
Like, what you mean straight letter fonts? Like a straight up like Times New Roman?
Like JBL, Evolve, like Rust-Oleum.
Like just like straight up. So
yeah, like that 94. I could not sit there and draw that 94 by eye, like, and get it composed and like looking good. And I was like,
he's doing tags like that though, just like
bro,
straight
yeah.
commercial like.
Oh yeah, huge. And he's really, really good at it. He's super
That's
well known for it.
Interesting.
But like, I could not even draw like just like Times New Roman. Like, I was like, this is so defeating. But after all those years, and then after trying to come back to the game for like a year and try to figure out why I sucked and why I couldn't get it right, it was like, I don't know what it was, but it was like, bro, you're not good at graffiti. You're not good at graffiti. You can't manipulate letters because you don't understand the fundamental makeup of letters.
Oh.
And it was like, it was the most mind-blowing wake-up call. I was like, yo, it's foundation.
It came
like,
to you, or you read something?
It came to me. It was like, you can't even do this. You can't even do the simple foundation. Why are you trying to manipulate letters and get crazy wild style graffiti and have it make sense if you can't even do basic lettering? And so I was like,
That hurt.
I was like, yo. And so that's all I
man.
did. I spent the
Interesting.
next 4 years, I wasn't even drawing graffiti. I was just on font generator websites, just straight up. And so I had books of just straight letter, like different kinds of fonts, typefaces, everything. And I got really good at doing them.
You're just copying them just to
Just
get
eyeball, just watching and composing them.
Wow.
And like my graffiti just went wham, dude. It took off because I could learn. I knew how to structure lettering, and I knew the different components, kind of like anatomy, right? There's different length in bones. There's different.
Right.
There's different weight in bones. There's different structure in bones. There's different compositions, and so I learned all the letters. And I was like, yo, I know where to make it fatter. I
now
know
you
where to
can
make
just
it
do whatever.
I could just whip it and manipulate
that's
it.
sick.
And it got really, really good. And I was like, oh man. But that was like one of those things where I had to go this long road and then I kind of had to go back for a while.
Oh, yep.
In order to go like, oh, yeah. And then once I went back for like a minute, I like slingshotted forward. It was just like, whoo, it went crazy. It was super quick. So sometimes that happens, man. You got a season where like, you do that. Maybe I was in a season of like fragmenting graffiti.
Yeah.
And now I'm in a season of like stepping back for a while. Like I had to take time off. Now I'm doing hyper intuitive abstract work. I don't know what it means. I certainly don't know where it's going. But through experience, I'm comfortable just being in this place to trust that maybe down the road, I'm going to have some type of direction or awakening, or I'll accidentally do something and I'll be like, ah, and I'll freak out. You know what I mean? And it'll be like this whole nother direction for the next 5 or 10 years.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah. You know what though, man? You make me, I feel like, man, I feel like you're talking to me because I need to go back.
We plateau. As humans, we do.
I need to go back, man, because I mean, what I'm doing now is fun. I like it. You know, I think I'm having success with it. I think it's cool, but like, I don't really know how to draw. You know what I mean? Like, I don't really know how to draw, and like, I just think like for me, I'm like, I could keep getting by with what I'm doing. I could probably with what I'm doing, I could probably max this out, you know, but maxing this out pales in comparison to like if I actually go back and like learn, like really learn some fundamental drawing skills, to where I can construct faces and then deconstruct them from the base of actually knowing how a face is constructed or a body is constructed. So and I could just be able to manipulate more forms. And like I just right now, I feel like you're talking to me because I don't want to do it. I don't want to do it. You know what I mean? Like, and I'm always in a place of like, cause I'm 12 years sober, right? So the whole thing with sobriety is like humbling yourself, always figuring out a way to like, okay, you think you're here, but you're not here. Bring it back. You're not where you think you are. You're not who you think you are. Bring it back. Humble yourself to like, you know. So I've got to bring myself back to be like, cause I'm like, man, I put in all these years of kind of tinkering. Like I'm making art because I've tinkered for so long, and like I did learn photography, so I have an eye for composition. But like I'm tinkering with colors and like I'm tinkering around with stuff, and like I kind of know how to follow like I understand color really well. But so creating abstract faces and abstract stuff is like you could make something pretty decent, but to make something that I know that I like really see in my mind, to be able to manipulate it from the foundations of drawing is like I have to go back and do that stuff, you know, because I'm not gonna get to where I don't think I'm gonna get to where I really want to go without doing that. I think I could push it,
Yeah.
but I think I know the truth, and the truth is that like personally, I'll never be satisfied with what that product is from a visual standpoint. Now, on the other hand, a lot of times I'm making art is just as a opener to have conversations with people, right? Because I'm always trying to have conversations about Christ. That's my stick. You know what I mean? Like the art looks cool. I love cool clothes. I love to dress cool. I love to do all this and that. But like when people want to come to me and ask me this or that, it's always going to lead back to, well, the only reason I'm doing this is because like Christ saved my life. You know what I mean? So on one hand, there's a little bit of vanity where I'm like, man, I just wish that this work was like so sick. Like I wish I could just not speak the same language as somebody and show them this work and have them be like, whoa, this is sick.
Yeah.
But then on the other hand, I'm like, but that's not the goal. Like the goal is to like, the real goal is to tell people about Christ, because it doesn't matter how good I am or like how bad I'm faking it. I'm making these paintings because the Lord saved my life. Yeah. I'm making these paintings because I got that download. I wasn't doing this. I wasn't doing this before, you know, and I got a whole story, but I wasn't doing this before, you know, I went to jail and I got, you know, and my whole life got turned upside down and I had to surrender. I wasn't here. I wasn't doing that. You know, so I think, and this conversation is going, but I just think that I kind of struggle with that, because I do want to, a lot of times I'm like, man, I need to like shut it down and just start drawing for the next year and a half, 2 years, see where we're at.
Or just, yeah, you know? I don't know.
Like start practicing, legit practicing, like drawing, like trying to draw a face, draw you right now.
Yeah, and that's okay. Like that's okay.
Yeah.
Like I think that's something that, like, I don't know, man, this could go really like wide in every direction, but like one of the things that like I'm having to reframe my whole mindset around, and my wife has been on this with me too. Yeah. But like, you know, I'm a couple of years in my 40s now. Like I've definitely gone through a midlife crisis of some type. Like,
how old are you?
I'm gonna be 42 soon. Okay. So like I'm a couple
You're still
years.
A young man.
I'm still young.
You're a young
but
man.
like, man, like I hit something.
Yeah,
I hit something, dude. Like,
yeah.
I'm trying to call it a midlife awakening because I didn't even really believe in like midlife crises, but like, bro, I went through like some different seasons of one. I was like, man, dude, I just recently, I was like, in the last like 6 months, I was like, I think I screwed up my midlife crisis, dude. Because like people get divorced, they buy cars, they get boats, they get houses. I haven't screwed up my marriage. I haven't been drinking and using again. Like I don't have a car. Like I did this wrong. Like what did I do wrong? So, but the point is like you got these different seasons, right? Like, so when you're a kid and you're exploring the world, you're like discovering things and you get excited. You're like, I want to collect that. And you're like, oh, come with me.
Right.
Or like my daughter, she'll collect rocks or leaves or whatever. She's collecting stuff.
Just genuinely interested in
everything.
Yes.
Like whatever, life is interesting. And then like, you know, 20s, 30s, and then you're getting to your 40s and you've collected. You got a home, you got possessions, you've got stuff you've collected. And then you kind of start to realize is like, it's not about collecting anymore. It's about like starting to discard.
Yeah.
Like there's too much.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I can't get on social media. I can't get on the web. Like I'll get on there and I'll dump things I'm doing and I gotta get off, man. I don't want to watch anything. Like a lot of times I just have music in the house. I don't even want the TV on.
Yeah.
If I had it my way and I didn't live with two women, I'd not have a TV. I'd just have my record player. Like
I did that for a long time.
I would just get. I'm like even now. I'm just trying to get really quiet. Like really quiet.
Yeah.
Really quiet. Like really cutting out a lot of noise, man.
Because there's noise there anyway.
There's noise everywhere.
And if you're invited in,
it's everywhere.
Ooh-wee.
And it's so distracting. And it's
loud,
just it's like I need some peace. Like I need to like channel it and. You know, again, like I said, man, like I'm in my 40s now. I'm from the 1900s, bro. Like we didn't have internet. Like I remember some of that stuff. So like there was a level of peace in my younger life that we don't have now. And young folks don't know that. Like people that are 30 like and under, like they don't know that.
Yeah.
They just don't know it.
Yeah.
It's not reality to them. So like everything's noise.
Yeah.
And so like letting go of noise, how do you let go of something you've never let go of? How do you get away from something you've never gotten away from? Yeah. You don't know it.
You don't know it. So that's a complicated thing.
At least I know it. So I can find moments and I'm like, okay, let me stay here.
Right.
Let me just be this moment.
And that's up to your wisdom, because there's a lot of other people who aren't going that direction. But that's up to your wisdom to know, like, all this noise isn't good. And like, maybe that's a general statement for all, but like it's not good for me. I don't think it's good
Yeah.
for a lot of people, but I'm in a similar spot. I got my Instagram on my iPad. I don't keep it on my phone because I'm a scroller.
Yeah,
I'm
that's
on there.
good.
I'm on there, and I had to get off that, and I think I just same thing you're saying. The noise got very very loud, and it just got too much about anything and everything. Not only just art because there's endless talented artists on there that are doing this and that, and it looks like this and that, and like whatever, right? But that is one thing, but then just everything else, and it's just like this crazy. It's a crazy place, right? So I agree. I'm like, okay, I've got to separate myself from this because at the end of the day, it's not useful to me. It does not help me. It only hurts me. And like, does it hurt me like I'm crying or is it giving me depression? No, it's not doing that to me, but it's not help. It's not. It might be hurting me just a tiny bit, and that's too much for me to invite in for me to hurt my. Like, why would I do that?
Yeah.
So and on the other end of the spectrum, it's like it doesn't benefit me. It's not making my day better.
Sure.
If anything, it's making my day worse or making my week worse or like putting something in my head that like I should not be. I have no business thinking about. Right.
Yeah.
So that's kind of like I kind of got to that season too, but I just turned 34, and I'm in that place where we. It wasn't like it was now. When I was a kid, for sure. When I was a young kid, for sure, we were definitely not on the internet. We were on the internet. We was on freaking Netscape Navigator or whatever they
Yeah.
had, and like we were. I remember I was doing typing classes when I was a kid. I wasn't on the internet, right? Didn't have a smartphone. I wasn't doing any of that. So like, I still got a little bit of that. High school, there was a lot of internet, like Facebook, but now it's just different. It's just different, right? Like it's at a level of insanity. It's just not. And I think like you said, going back because I think back to I started kind of making art when I was in high school. So I kind of started doing ceramics in high school. And at my school, they make you do everything. So I was a football player, I was an athlete, and they make you do like a club. They make you play two sports, and they make you do something in the arts. So if you're not gonna do ceramics or be in a play or paint, you got to figure something out. So I was in ceramics, and I learned early on that like I really like to make stuff, and I could also sit down because painting and making things is a thing most of the time where you have to sit in front of that thing for however long. And I've noticed, a lot of people want to get into arts and do the painting or whatever they want to do, and like that's the first barrier of entry. If you can't sit down in front of it for X amount of time and like really focus on it and try to make something, you're probably not gonna make it. Second, if you can't make something bad and be like, dang, and not be like hurt, then like that's the next level, because it's gonna hurt, but you gotta keep taking that. You gotta keep taking those hits. But anyway, what I'm trying to say is, I learned that early on, and early on I was not on social media. I would spend my time throwing vases and trying to make pots and like just experimenting and playing and like trying to figure out what I'm doing. I don't know what I'm doing, but I'm trying to figure out what I'm doing. But I'm also like trying to win like an award. I'm like, I'm being ambitious. I don't know what I'm doing, but I'm trying to win an award. But I'm saying all that to say, I had this epiphany like, man, like you want clarity in what you're making, you want security in what you make, you want this peace. Well, you need to first of all, that's going to come spiritually. Second of all, you know you know that this social media is too loud. You know that this noise is too loud. A lot of this stuff is too loud. It's not going to get you it's not going to get you the peace that you want. So I just think like my results weren't great, And I lied to myself for a long time. I was like, oh, I need it to, what if somebody messages me?
Sure.
I need it to sell. And it's like, bro, you don't need it.
Yeah.
You don't need that. It
Dude, I
doesn't
know.
help you, you know. So, but anyway, I say all that to say, like, I think it's valid. I think it helps a lot because I just can't overemphasize the noise, bro. The noise.
I think
is
there's so many
freaking
people are different
nuts.
too. Like there's some people that enjoy knowing a lot about other people's experience, and they know how to like my brother-in-law. He's very community driven, and he knows what other people have going on, and he's genuinely interested in their lives.
Sure.
And he connects with so many people.
Sure.
And he's really good at that. Like he is good at it. I am not. I'm kind of the opposite end of the spectrum. I could care less what somebody else is doing.
Are
I'm
you
just like,
introvert, or are you just like, this is like, it's just not my business kind of thing?
no, bro. Like,
Yeah.
not even. I don't know. Like, it's so weird to say. Like, if you know me, I'm like, blah, 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 right? Like, total ADHD, kind of just blah, 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 whatever. But like, I'm very observant.
Yeah.
Like, I can detach and just be like, just watch and observe and just be in my own little world and like walk around and just kick back and be a fly on the wall.
Yeah.
So like, I'm kind of a chameleon like that.
Yeah.
I've always enjoyed my own space, but yeah, I don't know, man. Like, I don't care that much.
Right. I got it.
It's not like I
know
need to
what
like go about connecting or like, hey man, so and so's got this going on. That like what for whatever reason, I don't have kind of that thing where I'm like super overly interested in what everybody's doing.
Right.
I'll like skip around at times and just like, oh cool, do whatever. Like I see some stuff, whatever. But in the social media context, like it is so crazy.
It's nuts.
It's like, I mean, I didn't even like having that many channels on TV when they like got to that. And I was like, I can't even like watch a show now. You know what I mean? Like social media is like that on crack. I'm just like,
Right.
dude, get this thing away from me.
It's bonkers. It's bonkers.
And it happened overnight. Like I was sitting here with my buddy Kenji, and like both him and I were just like, he was just like, for whatever reason, when the smartphone appeared, it was like, the world is now different. Like overnight, it was like, we now have this thing in our pocket. Life is just different.
Yeah.
And everybody knows it, but it's like they can't, like we're getting closer to pinpointing exactly what that thing is that made it so different for everybody. But some people seem to not have as big of an issue as other people. But I think on the macro, 80% is 80-20 rule. Like 80% of people, I think, are negatively impacted. And then somehow there's like, you know, these unicorn people that are just like, yeah, this is great, blah, 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 you know, like, and they like leverage it, they excel at it. It's like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I think, because nobody's 100% the same in every area.
Right.
There's lefts and rights and ups and downs and contrast, you know, but
Yeah.
80%, it's like probably not the best.
Yeah. I think I personally think it's impossible to not be negatively impacted. It's just too
I
much.
know, I've been.
It's just too much stuff. It's too much. It's too much. Like we're not made to be we're not made to absorb that much information.
I don't think so.
In 30 minutes, even in 30 minutes, like 30
Yeah, bro,
minutes on
no
social
way.
media, like you're not made to do that. So,
I'm so much like as an emotional, like we talked about like a little bit ago, like the emotional thing, because I've gone through a lot of emotional kind of reckonings and healings over the last handful of years. The emotional stuff has just been too much. Like
on there or just
no,
what
in
what
life.
you're dealing. Got it.
In
Yeah.
life, like any additional stimulation is like, whoa, it's super
much.
overwhelming, right?
Yeah.
And like, you know, we went through the pandemic, like we've gone through a lot of stuff, right?
Right.
And so like the last 5 years for me is like so overwhelming in many ways that I'm just like, meh, you know, like my nervous
Yeah.
system just can't take stuff.
Right. Right.
So I definitely am leaning into all those slow life. Like this one guy I heard, he was doing these lectures and he mentioned this idea of a slow life revolution. And I was like, that's it, dude. Like, that's where I'm at. And so like, last year was the year of leisure because I was like, I need to just not work. I need to just be. And like, we had this mom doe that gave birth to some twins. Okay. And they would come in like my in-laws' backyard next door, and then they would come in our yard because it's kind of like hedged out and it's safe. And they would bed down, and like the girl, she would go behind the tree against the wall of the house, and she would like bed down, and I would just lay in the grass, and I would just like talk to her. And it'd be like an hour, I'm just like laying in the grass in the sun, and I was just like, I feel so calm though. I was like, this is nice. Yeah. It's like, I don't think I've done this since I was like 7. You know what I mean? Like, when was the last time you like
That's real though.
And you got in the dirt, and you're just like my kid would just be like, Dad, look at this, and I'd be like, what? And I would get down, and I would just like lay on my stomach in the grass, and I'd be like, that's so cool.
Yeah, like being, I get, but like being in the grass, like you don't, as an adult, you're not doing that.
Yeah, when was the last time you laid down face first in like the grass and you just were like, looking at something?
A bug, yeah.
Or I would lay on my back and I would just like look straight up at the clouds moving, and I was like, that's crazy.
It's different. Yeah.
Most of the time I'm looking down at my feet or looking out at where I'm walking. Like,
that's interesting.
When was the last time I looked that way? Just for like half an hour.
But isn't it?
And it's weird.
But it's this crazy perspective because like, that's a simple thing, and it's available. It's simple, super simple. You know what I mean? Yeah. But then it kind of puts you in a place of like, to me, when you say that, it kind of makes me think about like, oh, that's where, because I'm doing the same thing. That's where my focus is. My focus is where I'm looking. Down at my phone, out. I'm looking out, you know?
Yeah. Well, you know the horse with the blinders on the side?
Yeah.
Like, when we had the TVs and they got the smartphone, I like had this thought. I was like, bro, at some point we're going to have the horse blinders. And then they came out with the VR headset, and I was like, I will never put one of those. It was like Mark of the Beast. I was like, I'm never putting that thing on my face. And I've never done VR ever for that reason. I'm like, I know where that's going. Like, that thing's like the Matrix plug in my head. Like, my lights are going to shut out, and I'm not coming back to this reality. I was like, I don't want that. I don't want that. Like, I think there's good things here.
Yes, there's good things here. And
I think God put us here to see through these.
Yes.
And not get into those, maybe. I don't know.
Well, I think you're right. And I think it has to be simpler. I mean, look, people are going to do what they do.
Yeah.
But
that's okay.
Reality is like, I think I know the truth, right? And the truth is that like, your life is going to be better, simpler. It's not going to be better with all of the stuff. Oh yeah. You know what I mean? And like, we are gathering machines.
Yeah.
We can gather stuff, man. Mm-hmm. And that stuff is cool, but it's not gonna make your life better.
No, less really is more. Less really is more.
It's not gonna make it better, you know. So
that's why I'm like I've always been hyper fascinated with like the Japanese culture. Like,
because
they're minimal, dude. And they're really clean. Like, a lot of the minimalism, the clean, like, you know, definitely in some of the later periods, there was like, just, you know, their house is super simple, super clean.
That's
like,
true. I see maximalists though in Japanese culture.
There is too, for sure.
I see maximalists like there is, but you're right.
I'm talking about like couple hundred years ago kind of stuff. Like, you know, your block. Here's your block pillow. Mm-hmm. Like, here's
bed on
your
the floor,
mat,
roll it up. Yep.
You know, like very simple, very like clean, and you know, I've worked in manufacturing the last 20 years, and I've learned, and we've kind of built things around some of what Toyota did with lean manufacturing and principles like that, like getting clean, getting orderly, getting structured. And it is about cutting things away. There's a lot of like discarding of waste because there's so much waste everywhere.
Yeah.
And there's an art to simplifying.
Yes.
There's a lot of effort in like decoupling and simplifying, and especially in American culture or in the United States, where we are a consumer culture, we overproduce waste. Mm-hmm. And so like you're just climbing this hill of sand where you're like, I'm just like gathering and like, what?
For what?
I just threw 2 bags of garbage away and this is like all messy again. How? Like, how did I do it?
Yeah.
Because we've just been wired to do it.
Yeah.
So like that stuff, rewiring yourself to like be minimal is really interesting to me. I'm like, yo, getting rid of is like such an art and such a, like just rewiring your brain. And again, the ADD thing is crazy because like your brain is so wired to like just do crazy things.
Right.
And like orderly, structured, minimal is like, I'm just like fascinated by it because I'm like kind of not that way.
Do you like meditate, or do you have, or like, you know, like obviously I know you pray, but do you have like because the way you said that makes me think of like some type of practice. You know what I mean? Like you said, like orderly, clean, something. Just like the way you were saying that makes me think of like, I don't know, just like a calming. Like a calming practice. Do you do anything like that?
Well, so like, so I've been running for a long time. I haven't been running a lot in the last handful of years, but the Lord definitely was like, you need to run again, bro. Like you need to get running.
What are your runs like? How far do you run?
So shorter ones are like 3 to 5, and then when I was running long, like it would be like 6, 8, 9.
Yeah.
Like longer ones, I would do a half. Like I've never done a full marathon, but I also found there was diminishing returns for me. So it was like over a certain point, it was like like there was things with my body and things that I was like struggling with. I was like, this is diminishing returns.
Right.
Like, I shouldn't push it too much after
too
this.
far,
like,
right.
So there's sweet spots, but like 2 miles is usually like a minimum before I kind of break into this zone where like I'm not paying attention to anything.
You can go.
Like I'm just like, my body is just on autopilot and I'm just kind of like my eyes are open and they're processing the information so my body can do, but like my mind is in this different place. And I'm sort of like in that weird meditative dream state. Like I just had some people at church the other day, they were like, we saw you on a run the other day. I was like, oh yeah? They were like, we were yelling at you. I was like, oh, where?
Locked in.
I don't even know.
Locked in.
I'm so zoned out, and I get a lot from that.
Yeah.
So like I get a lot. So there's that time. There's also like shower time. So like the shower, for whatever reason, the water, like I'll get in there and like I can just like just the water, the hot water, I'm standing there and it's just like I can just
get ideas.
Like it's like I don't need 2 minutes or 2 miles on a run. I can just get in the shower in a couple minutes and it's just like boom, something hits me.
Are you solving problems too?
No, I think the run solves problems.
Ah, that's interesting.
I think there's things that like, there are some runs that like a problem gets solved. I think the shower too, I get downloads more in the shower. Like I'll get a download and I'm like, yo, that's the shower. The run is like, I can grapple things. I can kind of like work on it. It's a little more contentious in thought. Like there's a little more of the creative angst in it.
Yeah.
So that happens in a run. But we finally broke down this year and got a little one-person sauna because we were like, we can't do this anymore. Like we need a sauna, especially my wife. And so like I'll sit in there and I'll just close my eyes and like I'll put on little Zen radio on Pandora on my little JBL and like dude, the time will just like that. And I'm just like in this very quiet, like eyes closed, meditating, like actual kind of like.
Yeah.
So like they're different in different ways.
Yeah.
For whatever reason, my brain body connection with one thing is different than it is with this thing, but I think I can still get into a meditative state of some degree in different areas. Same thing with art.
Yeah.
Like it happens with art where you can zone.
It does. It does.
I don't know. I mean, like, what about you? Like, what,
You know,
like, do you have any different states? Like, what are your things?
Well, that's the thing, bro. I didn't know you were a runner. I'm a runner too, and I was doing a very similar thing. So, when I was in LA, I was running I was running a lot, and I don't really know why I was running a lot. I think when I get when I get stressed, when I am in a stressful time or a hard time, it could be anything. It could be just maybe, family is stressful or whatever difficult season I'm in. I tend to work out very heavily, right? And when I was in LA, I was running a whole lot, and I was running like 8 miles a day, and I like you. I never ran a full marathon, which I'm like debating. I'm like, do I even want to do that? I don't know if I want to do that.
Right.
I don't think I'm that kind of runner. I think I'm running because it helps me to process things. I'm a super emotional dude. When I was a kid, I was a fighter, so I was just like a aggressive person, and so I learned that I process my emotions through physical acts. So it's working out, running, painting, stretching canvas, like doing something. So I process a lot with these long runs, and a lot of the time it is like I'm having conversations with myself, kind of,
Yeah.
And but I think I can never really take I just can never really take credit for things because I just think a lot of time it's like, I naturally begin to have conversations with the Holy Spirit. You know what I mean? I'm asking these questions, and like maybe I'm asking myself, but like I'm getting the answers.
Yeah.
And they not coming from me.
Yeah, for sure.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
So a lot of things are worked out that way, and I think, in that may be 50% of it, and the other 50% is that I've now just depleted myself so much to where I'm like, I can't even stress about it because I'm too tired.
Yeah, it's a surrender state. Yeah,
just
it's a
like,
surrender state.
It's cool.
And that's how you get into those. I think that's like, dude, in cultural histories, they used to do pilgrimages, right? So like,
that's
there's
right.
always that journey. There's like this exhaustive journey, and then like, at whatever point you break free of like energy that needs to be expelled, you're renewed with certain energy in a different way, and that energy comes in different forms where it's like move your body energy, but then there's also mental energy in the form of like downloads and like pictures and ideas, which, via the Holy Spirit, God, like that, it's tapped into that energy too. It's all part of it.
Yeah.
So like you'll wake up refreshed and you're like, oh man, I feel like I'm wide awake.
Yeah.
And then sometimes you're like, you run and you deplete that contentious energy.
Yeah.
And then you're renewed in like a mental energy way. Or, you know what I mean? Like there's different ways that go about it. But yeah, I'm the same way where like, my brother-in-law's the same way, where it's just like, yeah, and you're just like, yeah, and then you just go for a run, or like after a while, the wives will just be like, you should probably go for a run, dude.
Yeah.
Like, this is a good time to go for a run. Like, all right, good.
Yeah.
And then you just like come back and your eyes look lighter. I'm like, I feel lighter.
Yep,
You
got
know what I
it.
mean?
Yeah.
Like, did you get what you need? I think so. I don't know. And then sometimes it's like, I'll just sit out in the chair for like half an hour. I'm like, like I'm just getting stuff.
Yeah. I get downloads in church, man. I always have. I don't know why. And it's an issue because I miss the sermon sometimes. I'm getting it from the sermon, but sometimes it's not connected at all, right? It's just, I'm getting downloads I literally get creative ideas in church. Like I get them whenever I'm making something, or if I see something and I'm inspired, but it's completely different than when I'm at church. When I'm at church, I'm like, it's just different, man. It's just like whatever idea I get, I'm like, whoa, that's fire. Like, whoa, that's super. Like, I should do that, you know? And a lot of times, what I'm not good at is like just writing it down. Like, maybe I should write that down because a lot of times it goes out of my head.
What do you mean maybe? You definitely
I
should.
definitely
You need
should
to
write
have
that
a
down.
notebook,
I
dude.
definitely
You
should.
need like one of those little pocket notebooks with
Yeah.
like tiny pencil. Like,
I definitely should. And
are you not a note taker?
well, I think I got out of it. I used to be a big writer. I used to write a lot, take a lot of notes. And I'm just not sure. This is a whole other conversation, but I'm just not. It's a thing that I just need to do. There's no real excuse.
Well, I mean, like, are you a good retention person, like in your memory? Like, if you were like, yo, I need to remember this, I'll remember it.
I'm an audible learner. I'm a visual and audible learner. And if obviously if I'm listening and writing at the same time and looking at something, I'm gonna remember it. And that's how I have always been. Like when I was learning math, I would draw a picture while listening to the teacher while doing the math problem.
Oh, okay.
So it would be like a correlation. So like I could just think about, oh, 4 times 4, I remember I drew the little carrot on the rabbit or whatever. You know, it's like a weird. So I'm like that. But I think I just used to write a lot and I used to take a lot of notes and I used to do a lot of this sort of, I used to get a lot more downloads from the Bible and writing. I was in jail for 6 months. So
Yeah.
I was like, I would wake up every day and read my Bible and write and just like purge and like write prayers and like I would just write. And I'm not sure where that went, but I don't know. I just always get downloads in church. I always get these ideas. I always get these feeling. I'm in church and I'm like listening to the sermon and I'm like, oh, this is good. But now I just got a download and I want to leave. And
Do
go
something
pay.
about it. Yeah. Do something about it.
You know what I mean? So it's like, so that kind of thing.
Yeah. I've been there.
It's just interesting, you know, but I think I'm never going to actually get up and go unless I feel like, hey, you need to go now. But I do, but that energy does still retain, right? Like I still leave feeling fired up. And it, like I said, it might have nothing to do with the sermon at all. It might be something completely different.
Interesting.
But
yeah, 3 days later, you're like, it's burned in there. And you're like, it ain't going nowhere till I do
No.
something about it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you know?
that's a good thing.
It's like sometimes it's titles, sometimes it's like a series, sometimes it's maybe just like an idea that I need to explore. Like, and sometimes I like start exploring it and I'm like, oh, it's just not. I'm not gonna go any farther. It's not interesting to me. And sometimes it ends up being something, you know, like. And I just think like I'm moving off feel too, so I can feel a lot of time I can feel it. Sometimes I do want to go back and forth on like, well, I felt it then, and I don't feel it now. Should I just push it and maybe it'll come back, or do I just say discard next? You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm a revisitor.
Yeah.
I do that a lot. Because I do that. I'll get like super excited about something. I'm like, yeah. And then like one day I'm just like, oh, I don't want to do this. This is so lame. Like why was this exciting? What was
Yeah.
good about this? Like this is boring.
Yeah.
I'm not going to do that. But I've learned, I'm like, okay, if you feel that way, just table
It's
it.
there. Yeah.
Just table it. You can come back. Like come back in another month. Come back in 6 months. Come back in a year. Like at any given time, that could rebirth itself for whatever reason. And you're like, yo. Or that sparks another thing completely, and then that's like the thing you needed to go
a
off
rabbit
on,
hole,
and you're
yeah.
just like, whoa, that's crazy.
Do you ever grit your way through? You're like, I was feeling it. I'm doing it right now. I'm not feeling it. I'm going to just execute it.
Yeah, I've done that a lot. I've had to do that a lot. Like I've had to do it a lot I've done it a lot in a lot of things. Like done it in plenty of graffiti pieces, done it in some art pieces, done it a lot in my building career. I've done it a lot of places where it's just
Yeah.
like, ugh, you know?
I think that's valuable, though.
it can be valuable. Like there's certain things to perseverance, but like, man, there's some times where like this ain't teaching me any perseverance at all.
You're just doing it because, yeah.
But I get salty.
What you mean?
Like real quick, I get salty about it.
I'm pissed that I got this far, or like, what do you mean?
And I'm pissed like I keep going. I'm like, this is so dumb. Like I don't like why do I have to keep going with this thing? Why do I got to keep going? Like how's this going to serve me to keep persevering through this irritation?
Yeah, it's painful. Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like so I'll be like I don't understand how this is going to progress and get any better, especially if it's like a long-term pattern. So like if it's like one short-term job or thing I gotta do a week or like whatever, like if it's a short season thing, that's no factor.
Get through it, right?
But like, I mean, I'm talking like this is just going on, and it's like 6 months, a year, 2 years, and I'm just like, I'm a big pattern recognition guy, so I'm like, yo, this is not breaking, this is not changing. Like now it's just like ruining my mindset in every way. Like like this is not beneficial for me. I'm actually seeing the diminishing returns in my mindset. I'm getting more negative. I'm getting more salty.
Gotta get out.
Like I gotta detach.
Gotta get out.
Because this is just not doing anything good.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yep. I know.
That's a losing thing, I think. I don't know. I mean, I can persevere through some things, man.
Well, I just think I think it's like it depends on what, like, what's the reason
And what it is too.
Yeah, what it is. Yeah. So like I think for sure. Wow, that's crazy because you took me to a place. You took me to a place. You know, it's like certain jobs I've been at or like whatever situations you see the patterns and you're like, okay. I tend to get frustrated too. I tend to get frustrated and I tend to get negative, which I am naturally an optimistic person. So when I start to get negative, I actually don't. It makes me uncomfortable because I'm like,
yeah.
What are you saying?
Oh yeah.
What are you talking about? You know. So but that's when I know it's bad. That's when I know like. This ain't good. But I'm also I'm a talk to people person. Like I'm going to, my fiance, I'm gonna talk. She's gonna be like, yo, you're just talking so much about this. And I'm like, I'm a regurgitator, I get it out.
Oh yeah.
Or I'll talk to my friends or my brother or whatever until I'm talked out because I think that's a way of me processing too. Like,
oh yeah.
I might tell the same story or talk about the same situation to 4 people that I trust or know who are going to give me feedback or even just listen to me.
Yeah.
And I'm processing it that way. And like I realize over time, I'm like, I'm just talking about this over and over again because I'm processing. And after I do it about 3 or 4 times, then I'm like, okay. I got it out. And now I know you've processed it. You don't like this. What can you do about it? Now you gotta figure out what you're gonna do about it because it's not good.
Yeah.
Right. And it just like you said, it depends on what it is. Sometimes you're like, oh, I gotta figure out how to get to the next thing. Or sometimes it's like, rip the Band-Aid.
Yeah.
Get out of it. Abort.
That's a blessing though that like you have that kind of community of people around you.
Well,
because I mean, dude, like, if you have some of those relationships in your life, like,
yeah,
I am not. My life has not been that.
Yeah.
I've had some major trust issues throughout relationships in my life.
Yeah.
So like I am isolated relationally with certain people.
Yeah.
To where I don't feel like I can open up and talk. And so like this place is a bad place to be.
Oh man, you can't.
You know what I mean?
There,
so like I gotta like really
Yeah.
set my structures up around me
Right.
to like, that's why God was like, you need to start running again too. Like,
Yeah.
Like I want you to create art again, but like you really need to get back running.
Right. I understand it now.
Because I was like, dude,
understand it.
in one of my first runs I did, I was running and like a lot of the, I've got so many like different run, you know,
Do you go
tracks.
in loops or do you go random?
No, I go like different. I have different like,
Okay.
you know, streets and mile markers and places I go. But like I was running a very familiar one, and I was coming up this hill that I've run so many times, and I was like my brain just snapped back to 2018 when I was like, my mindset was like locked in, and it was like super hardcore, and I was just like, oh, you know, like powering. And I like saw that mindset, and then I like saw how I am right now, and I'm just like, bro, you're in a bad spot. Like I'm in a bad place. It's like I'm in a really bad place. I was like, okay, I can see why God's like, you just need to be in this, man, so you can like process and you can get back here, but you can also remember. You need to remember.
Right.
You need to remember what you were like.
Right.
And
you
it's
still him.
because yeah, I still got that, but like I'm so detached from it.
Yeah.
Like different seasons.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it's just crazy, man. Like that's how life is. Like we go through seasons where we're way up, and then other people are down, and then we like go this way, and then like they go up and we go down. You know what I mean? Like,
dude.
Like my brother-in-law, we started Tacoma Run Club together
Really?
back in 2018. It's been 8 years, and so like at that time he was going through some major life changes, and like he was like not in a good spot, and he was just like, I need to do something. And so like he got really into that, and it built he ended up building like the community because that's what he's good at, right?
Mm-hmm.
And like so it gave him this renewed purpose, and like his life started going this way, and like my mindset was locked in. I was dialed. I was like just right, like, and then through some years lately, I've just been wham, like going way down. And so like it's really interesting to like see different places that people go, you know what I mean? Like I know different people, and like same thing. Like I know some people right now that are like at a way different place in life, and they're like really good. And I'm like, man, I remember when you were here. And then I know some people that were like high on the horse, and they're just like way over here. And it's like, what happened?
Well,
it's
that's
like,
what it is.
but that's life for everybody.
That's what's gonna happen. Yeah, it's like it's mapped out.
Yeah, dude, like somebody right now is having the worst moment of their life.
Oh my God.
And we are like right here just having a pretty chill, good moment. You know what I mean? And so like that's just the crazy unjustness and justness of life. So like,
bro,
how do you navigate your own?
Dude, it's
a wild one, man. That's all. Like we're gonna have to part two that.
We got to because
like,
this is insane.
A part two.
This is insane. Yeah,
because you got your story. You don't know anything really about mine, but like
we gotta start from the beginning and get a clean.
I know a little bit more about yours than you know about mine.
But yeah, but we kind of just started going, but I would love to get into your story and have you get into my story, but I mean it's crazy, man. I think, but I just think it's a blessing to be able to create. It's a blessing to be able to talk, and it's a blessing to be able to like, have this fellowship because there's just a lot of life going on.
Yeah.
And like, we're all gonna go through whatever.
For sure.
Right, and it's just good to be able to like. Process that, talk about it, and like know like somebody else out here is going through the same thing, or is going through the same thing, or
Well, yeah, and again, there's no coincidences in life. Like you connect with people when you need to, because God's got a reason, and it's mutually beneficial, and it's good for the greater good. Yeah. And then there's times when you need to experience other things because it's for that greater good in a different way. Yeah. Like it's always intentional. Yeah. Like with God's timing and purpose, and
absolutely,
it's always intentional. Whether we perceive it as bad, like this experience of my life was horrible. Yeah. But it did good things, or like this experience of my life right now is like leading to something good. I don't know. It just is. Yeah. But like, it's always good, and it's always intentional with Him. And so like, if I can just step back and look at it that way, I'm like, everything's a blessing. It's just good.
Oh man, yeah.
It keeps me from like going back in here. It just get dark.
Yeah,
it gets bad in there sometimes.
Yeah, it's not in your head. it's not a good place because you're left to your own devices in there. You know, you know what I mean.
It's not
So, but I kind of I relate to that, and I know that. So that's why I become very proactive about going and like I need to go get this out because you know I went to AA, so like that was started my process of like talking and, but then I learned like honestly I don't even freaking care. I don't care. I need to do this for me because if I don't do this to me, it's not gonna be good. It's not gonna be good for me. It's not gonna be good for the next guy.
Yeah.
Cause I'm gonna you know I'm gonna start doing stuff to him. And like whether I know I'm doing stuff to him or not, I'm probably gonna be acting crazy or whatever.
Yeah.
High on ego or whatever.
Sure.
And it's gonna ruin his day. It's gonna be a tornado of chaos.
Oh yeah.
So I'm like, I know that. I don't want to get there. I don't want to be oblivious to it. So I need to start doing whatever I need to do to get this. Let's get it moving. Get it out. Get it out. Get it out. Get it out.
Yeah.
Not to anybody and everybody, but to the safe places where I know I can, so that I can be like, okay, come down, run, do your workout, whatever, paint. Okay. Refocus. Get back.
Yeah.
And if you got a little bit more the next day, do it again. You know, but that's just me. Like I'm doing things and I'm making stuff because that's how I have to get stuff out. I can't leave it in because I'm like a nuke. Like I'm gonna blow up.
Oh,
You
yeah,
know what I
I'm that
mean?
way
Like
too, yeah.
I'm gonna blow up, and I'll blow up, and I'm not gonna just go start swinging on people.
No, but you snap. There's a point where you just like it's like a balloon. It pumps.
Yeah, and it's just not good.
I
you know?
think that's emotional people.
Yeah,
That's some type of trait with people that are highly emotional, because it grows quick.
yes,
Some people have much more control, the less sensitive feelers, but the ones that are high sensitivity feelers, which I've learned I am. My wife is very much an emotional, like my kid too. Like we're all just big feelers in this
Yeah.
family, and so like it can accelerate really quick.
yeah. Y'all gotta be careful around
You-
each other,
oh,
huh?
oh,
You're
you
like,
mean.
oh.
It's
yeah.
just a minefield
it's a lot.
sometimes, yeah. But like
Yep.
that's the blessing of this family is we're learning so much about emotional intelligence and regulation and compassion and empathy for others,
Yeah.
which is hard to do if you're a highly sensitive person, because a lot of times when you're highly sensitive and emotional, you tend to redirect your focus back on you.
Right.
And you're like, this is painful for me. This sucks for
Right,
me.
me.
Everything's about me. This is all about me, and you quit looking outwards.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
like that's good practice for highly sensitive people,
Right.
which is why I'm in the family I'm in. We're all learning together.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That happened for a reason, right?
It happens for a reason.
Yeah.
And yeah, again, God's intentional with his growth in life. Everything's about the growth,
Yeah.
the next level growth. It's for your growth.
For sure.
It's for your evolution. And so, yeah, I mean, it's all evolution. But yeah, we're gonna have to part two this.
Yeah, we will.